were trying to avoid the PvP finals. You know, Ryung, he did his best, making it to the semis, but wasn't quite able to stop it.
Yeah. And the Zergs, where are all the Zergs when you need them?
That didn't
Solar,
exist anymore.
please. He's busy.
He's busy being a boomer.
Speaking of people who aren't busy, we are on Frostline. We're in the south corner of the map. All representing, what was it? I keep forgetting. Team Liquid. Yeah, that's right. It got the horse right there. It is our Red Protoss. Give it up for SKillous.
And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have the South Green Protoss player himself, the Blue Protoss. It is Creator. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as predictions are open. As they open up, a big shout out to Turbo Quacker in the chat. Baby God, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs to the community. Thank you.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh my god. So thank you so much for the support. If you're out there, if you happen to get a gifted sub, then you can join our Discord server. We do give out replay packs to our subscribers, and likewise you can also enjoy the emotes in the chat. A lot of work was put into those emotes. Shout out to Shura. They're very cute, and they're very, very fitting for the channel.
Yeah, they got the coolest thing that was. Yeah. He does the cute thing.
We got the ramen. We got the ramen duck. Look, he's eating ramen.
We got the ramen as well.
Yeah.
We got the veg. I like veg. It was good.
The Dejin is the best one.
Is fantastic.
it's like the face on that duck. It's pure Dejin.
It's the way of life. It's too real.
Oh no. It's beautiful.
It's how I feel. It's how I look. It's how I live my life.
Oh no. God.
It's lying there staring at the ceiling in horror.
The best effect. But now that we're settling into our PvP, and just like as it always is, it's a battle here of the blocks. We are blocking the natural as best we can from both players, from both sides.
And there's the Smoge emote. The difference between the Smoge emote and the Dejin emote is that the Smoge emote has some hope in his eyes. There's like things are bad, but there's like some kind of comfort that he's getting from the Smoge. Dejin Duck is like, I got nothing.
It's the final evolution, is what you're saying.
Final evolution of the duck.
Can't go any further than that.
Alright, so... Well, I forgot. That's what I forgot. LE. We didn't say what LE stands for.
Sure.
Because not everyone knows that. Like, not everyone knows what LE stands for.
Exactly. We got to let the people know. What does that mean?
Yeah, it stands for laundering.
Oh.
Every day. Laundering every day. That's when, you keep all your clothes fresh and crisp and clean and well hydrated.
I'm going to say that's what the mafia does every day. They launder. They
launder that money.
Oh,
launder them gains. How do Protoss launder all their mineral gains?
That was like kind of like a storyline in the StarCrafts, right? Like where
the Templar, not Templar, the adjutant. No, what's the name of the
executor?
Executor, as embezzling all the money from the minerals and gives it to their Pester.
Yeah, their Pester.
Yeah, their Pester.
Yeah, that happens. That's part of the lore. True.
Yes, indeed. These carbots. StarCrafts.
As we are settling into our game, and so far, outside of the initial blocks, both players are building up into Blink, so both players going for a Twilight Council opener into Blink, both players take their third bases, both players expanding, both players calming things down. Creator here is being somewhat active, but for the most part, we are just building up into the mid-game.
Yeah, so far, it's just a game of hallucinations. Everyone just sending hallucinated finishes everywhere on the map, just trying to see what's going on.
Oh yeah, yeah. As you mentioned before, because of the NG overcharge, because that Sentry opener is a lot more common, and hallucination scouts are a lot more common as well, right? Like, so it's very difficult to hide tech in PvP, because there's a chance that hallucination will see everything eventually.
Which is pretty cool, actually. I like it. Sentry is supposed to be like a very strong defensive unit, and instead it's been for the longest time just something that you kind of maybe get, maybe you use it, maybe you don't. Usually it dies and gets sniped. But now you can just start with 3 of them, get a whole bunch of utility out of them in the early game. And yeah, and of course a great defensive unit.
Yeah.
Just for good measure.
It's definitely a core part of like early to mid game PvP in the current meta. Definitely. As both players are checking each other, they're checking their gases, both players taking the same direction from Blink into Charge into +1. We do have a gateway explosion out of SKillous. He's getting up to 8 gateways, so he is committing a little bit harder here with how many gateways he's throwing down.
We do have a not Twilight Council, Templar Archives on the way for SKillous. So it's going to be for Creator as well. Okay, gonna get them Archons.
Yeah,
they're a good counter for the charge lots.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly, like because charge lots are the common follow-up, you have to get into Archons because Archons, they're like the counter to the charge lots. Immortals are kind of the counter to the Archon as well, so both players just getting into very similar unit compositions. Bearing in mind that just like the game against Geralt, SKillous is staying on a very low gas count. He's only on 3 gases, no gases at the third base, no gas, or only 1 gas at the natural, so he's going for once again a very heavy kind of zealot reinforcement wave.
Which is a problem because you need a lot of gases for those Archons. Creator is going to have at least 1 of them available when this fight starts. So the beef wave isn't going to be as strong.
Yeah, but Creator a little bit out of position here. He does spot the army a little bit too late. The 4th base is going to be denied.
Okay, there's a cancel there. But manages to take care of some of these charge lots and manages to get his own charge lots into the line of stalkers of SKillous.
Yes.
SKillous keeps on pushing forward.
Yeah, he blinks in, he slices 1 Immortal, going for the 2nd Immortal as well. Last Creator, he's forced all the way back. Does have his Archon, but again, he's being targeted down. Once again, that Immortal's looking very exposed. Oh!
Yeah, it's good use of the Warp Prism to micro that Immortal. Oh, the Warp Prism goes down.
Prism barely goes down, boys are being pulled. SKillous again just keeps on reinforcing with more zealots. He's eventually going to be forced back. Creator he will hold, but he lost all of his Archons, Immortals, and he also lost the expansion.
It did lose quite a lot, but SKillous also lost a lot of charge lots, lost the sentries, lost a lot of stalkers and an Archon. So it was pretty expensive, and his army is kind of weak right now. You might be able to continue harassment with those charge lots, but Creator really needs something to, counter the early game damage here.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of pressure on Creator. Like, right, as you mentioned, Creator, he has to do some damage here. So he's going for a massive counterattack. He distracts Skillous' main army. Skillous is being dragged out into the center. Meanwhile, Creator is sneaking up on the 4th base.
I think he may be giving it a little bit too much time. Oh, okay, he's waiting for another wave in wave of warp-ins.
Oh.
Now SKillous knows what this is up, gets the recall. But it's mostly just charge lots. The Archons should be able to help for Creator here. But gets a surround on Creator's charge lots and wipes them all out.
Yeah, very nice
I
round.
don't think Creator can keep the push here.
Yeah, reinforcements on the way for SKillous. SKillous is going to try to hold on here, barely forcing this back as well. Zealots left over. Then here comes another wave of Zealots. Is getting on top of the Prism. The Prism can no longer reinforce. GG gets called, and SKillous, he defends. SKillous takes game number 1.
Very nicely done. That was a very good attack by SKillous. Got a good bit of value, got the 4th base, and then the counter defense. I think Creator may have waited just a little bit too long with the attack on the 4th base of SKillous.
Yeah, the problem with waiting that long is that it means that SKillous has extra warp ins, right? He's able to warp in a little bit more, able to build up his army, an army that, as you mentioned right after that first attack, wasn't really there. He didn't really have as much to work with, so SKillous was able to have enough time to get those warp ins, to hold on, to survive, to defend.
I also think that Creator for some reason didn't count on the recall, so kind of forgot that that's an option.
Yeah, I mean, it was
and at that point, I think, like, well, far be it for me to criticize, but I think he should have, like, been pushing in 2 places, forcing Skillos to sacrifice one base for another.
Yeah, I mean,
if you recall to defend against the charge lots, you're gonna have to waste a base somewhere else, and if you don't do that, you're gonna lose the base for the charge lots.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it was a tough call to make at the time, just because whenever there's a recall, you don't really know how much is being recalled. It did look like Creator, he was thinking about maybe catching the army as it got recalled to try to kill it then and there with his Archons, but he pulled away and he wasn't in the best position. And yeah, as you mentioned, with that recall, SKillous, he was able to barely hold on, barely defend. GG, well played. And with that, SKillous does take a lead in the series.
Indeed he does. Yes, we are on ley lines once again, where we are laying our lines all along the lines in the southwest corner of the map, all the way from the land of South Korea, representing oh, he doesn't have a team. Forgot. It is our blue Protoss. Give it up for Creator.
Repping himself, Steel. Repping himself. Let's go.
I keep forgetting. Yes, my brain is not good.
And
I don't have an amygdala.
And spawning in the we're not there yet. Spawning in the right hand corner of ley lines, we have the red Protoss player representing Team Liquid, leading the series 1-0. It is SKillous. And once again, we had.
It's Skillous, not skill issue.
Yes, exactly.
You gotta give him the respect. He's not easy to kill.
Exactly. Skill's going for the same build last game. If you recall, he did the same thing against Geralt on Ultra Love, where you're just so hyper committed and your goal is to just overwhelm with Zealots at the 4th base. If you remember, that's where you could argue that he slipped up a little bit against Geralt when, if you remember, he didn't kill the 4th, right? Like, he got a little bit too greedy, He went for the 3rd base, but against Creator this time, he securely got the kill and securely kind of forced the response out of Creator, like forced the counter all in, essentially.
Indeed. Where's the puppet? You gotta be here on time to see the puppet. The puppet it was in, it was gone, it was. You gotta watch the VOD.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, our VODs will be on YouTube.
True.
So if you wanna follow us on the YouTube channel, which we are live on YouTube as well right now, but yeah, our VODs are going to be there for the long term, for the long haul.
Oh, hello. As SKillous, being a little bit cheeky, he does hide his 2nd pylon. Now, Creator, he knows. Creator, he scouts, he sees that the pylon is missing. He doesn't know where it is. We have the luxury of seeing that it's going for a proxy robo, 1 base all in.
Ooh. It's halfway across the map, so it's kind of in a position to push in there. I wonder if Creator is going to sniff it out, though.
It's a really creative location as well, right? Like with the pylon on the high ground, robo on the low ground, it's really common to check the edges of the map, right? And check the nearby 3rd location. So there's a chance that Creator, he won't find this. He's looking, don't get me wrong. He's searching for that pylon, even with the hallucination across the map, but so far he hasn't found it.
It's just close enough to the main path that you won't really check there. But it's not in the usual suspected corners.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nasty.
Exactly. There's an episode moving out. Now, this hallucination does confirm that there's nothing at home. So even though he doesn't know where the proxy is, he at least knows, okay, there's a proxy. 100% there is a proxy. 100% he's going to be in danger. Creator, he responds with his own defensive robo.
But he sees the adepts. Does he suspect that it's a robo proxy, though?
Yeah, that's the problem here, right? It could be even like a Stargate follow-up. It could be Robo into War Prison first. The first Immortal has right, but we do see skills moving in. Creator, he will have a Force Field available. He has the Safety Shield Battery as well, but he's going to have a hard time holding on to that natural.
Okay, one Walker gets sniped here at the front. The sentries making use of the shield battery to stay alive, but they don't produce enough DPS to actually kill anything here. More stalkers are being walked in. The adepts are shading into the main base. The immortal almost goes down entirely. And the adepts shade into the main base. The walkers are being evacuated. They shouldn't be able to find much damage here.
Yeah, really nice force fields by by Creator, shutting down that first immortal. Meanwhile, force fields the ramp. He locks Creator out of his own natural. He's locked out.
Yeah, it's another whooping of adepts. This time they'll be able to munch on this mineral line.
Yeah, and the voids are being pulled. And again, there's no escape. The force field is about to run out, but the damage is being done. So far, 4 probe kills. He has control of the natural. Shield battery goes down, and he's warping in even more depths.
Yeah, cancels in the shade in. Doesn't go into the main base. Shades a couple of adepts there, maybe just to find some harassment as he's retreating. No, cancels that as well.
Yeah, it does cancel the shade. He keeps the sentry alive. He has a force field. He has 1 force field on that sentry. Did I say 1? He morphs in 2 more sentries. That's 20 force fields. And once again, his goal here is to slice up this army.
The ramp is this time blocked. The adept shouldn't be warping in there. But yeah. Creator taps out.
GG.
And SKillous gets another quick point on the board. He's on match point to win this tournament.
GG, well played. Very nice force fields once again at the end, able to lock down the army, but more importantly in the lead up, just constantly force fielding that ramp and catching Creator with his pants down time and time again. It took a long time for Creator to figure out what's going on, and SKillous successful with that proxy, with that cheese.
But, Creator did defend pretty well so far. It is at the beginning there. The first wave was a very well defended wave. But SKillous, getting those extra adepts there and doubling down on them. Using the shades to keep Creator off balance, not really sure where to defend at any given time. And eventually manages to find the value.
Yeah.
Good use of the force fields as well.
Oh yeah. Like those are like the MVPs there for SKillous. Just constantly just locking down the army or just locking it away as well. Just make use of those adepts. As you mentioned, like if the first shade of adepts didn't get into the main, then Creator doesn't have to be out of position, right? Then he's at his natural. He would have been there. He would have defended. It would have been a different kind of game state. But I'm hoping this finals isn't a 3-0. You know, we're getting there. SKillous needs 1 more, and I'm hoping for a longer series. I'm hoping for a back and forth.
Ace match.
The pressure is on Creator.
Ace match. Alrighty. Welcome everyone to Whispers of Gold. We're in the southeast corner of the map, representing Team Liquid, our Red Protoss, currently on match point to win this very tournament. It is SKillous.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, down heavily here in this series. He has to fight back here and now to have a chance at that ace match. It is a Creator.
Stan is asking me to dab for ace match. I'm dabbing.
I can confirm, Steel, he's attempting to dab.
I've dabbed.
It's
not an attempt. I have dabbed.
Yes.
Well, in each direction, a full dab, not a half dab.
He did commit. There you go. Without hurting himself as well. It's impressive.
So, I bet the puppet lives in a treasure chest. No, it lives in like a paper chest from Amazon. Not paper, like canvas thingy. Like one of those foldable boxes.
There you go. It can be a treasure chest to some, you know.
I don't know. It has a squeaky chicken.
Okay, Beautiful.
If you consider that a treasure, then yeah, the puppet is in good company.
There you go. There you go. Is it in the chest with the llama, the duck?
With the llama and the duck, the Kura duck, are all just squished in there. and a box of things for the light.
Fair.
That's where I have the what's the cell thingies, the red cellophane thingy that I put on the lights so that they can make the puppet glow red.
Oh. So you can do your own ultra love impression. You have the red lights.
No, it's for the Blomlitz summoning.
Okay. Fair enough.
Blomlitz.
As we do have a different opener here, so we have, instead of the crazy proxy, SKillous is going for a standard 2-gate opener, meanwhile Creator going for a robo in the main. Now this could be one of two things. This could either be a hyper safe play, but nope, third gateway gets thrown down. It's going to be a 1-base all-in from Creator without a proxy. Oh, he gets scattered.
Oh, the decal on the natural is an SCV.
Ah, there you go.
Or, no, it's a Marauder. Is the Marauder an SCV?
I think it's a Marauder because there's no drills. There's no drills on the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, an SCV is much bigger. Like, it doesn't have a person there.
For sure. As Adepts, they do get 2 probes so far, but again, Creator, he's going for the 1-base all-in. SKillous, he did confirm, he did scout, he knows what's going on, and now the turns have tabled, now the roles have been reversed. It's going to be SKillous being the defender, and Creator being the aggressor.
Creator is amassing some adepts there on the other side. The Immortal is waddling across the map. The Warp Prism is on the way as well. SKillous is going out on the map, trying to intercept this, or maybe catch some proxy location here.
Yeah, he was looking for a proxy. Looking for a pylon. Hallucination moves out to spot the army. Meanwhile, he has his own defensive robo. He has 2 shield batteries on the low ground. He has sentries as well. SKillous, he's preparing himself. He's getting ready. And he also has a probe patrolling here to wall off that natural. To wall off the rain.
Which is good preparation, and it catches it. Creator has to cancel that shade in. Creator doesn't have a lot on this side of the map just yet, but he does have that Warp Prism to reinforce and drop into the main base. There's nothing here to defend. He's going to drop right into the mineral line.
Drops into the main.
Immortal, an adept, and a sentry. I don't know if this is the position for the sentry, though. You want that next to the ramp to force field, right?
Yeah, he gets a couple of probe kills. I mean, he gets 4. That's good economic damage so far, but as you mentioned, Creator, he pulls away, and he has to preserve that energy for those force fields. As you mentioned, you want to preserve that for those moments where you want to slice up the army. For now, Creator is forced back, but he's warping in another sentry, another wave of units.
As long as he preserves that Immortal, is in a pretty good position to keep on pushing. The Immortal is the linchpin of this attack. Stalkers are coming in to intercept the Warp Prism as he's trying to shade the Adepts into the main base. He manages to get both of the armies in there.
Yeah, Adepts, they commit to the shade. Meanwhile, we do collapse on the main army. Shield is a little bit too far behind here to really support the army. And Creator, does he have enough? He does force a recall here towards the low ground. And Adepts, they take control of the main.
SKillous had his Immortal caught in the Sim City there, but there was nothing really to kill it. Only Adepts, and they're not good at taking down Immortals.
Yeah, and Adepts, they shade into the natural. They're not here to support. With that Creator, he gets cleaned up. He's going to be forced out of the bases. Adepts, they're trying to wreak havoc here on the low ground, but alas, there are shield batteries to defend, and SKillous, he's holding. Oh.
Even with that Immortal, it's not enough. Because SKillous has 3 Immortals up now.
Yeah.
And that's... even with the Warp Prism, you can't micro against that.
Meanwhile, SKillous, he walls off in time. He delays the Adepts. They're going for the mineral line, though. They're going for the workers. Boys are being pulled to attack. Another wave of reinforcements soon to be on the way here for Creator. Creator, he is killing a lot of workers.
Okay, that's finally the damage you wanted to get. And as long as he can keep killing more workers, it should be okay. But... yeah, I don't know. SKillous still has those 3 Immortals. As soon as this attack is over, SKillous is on the other side of the map, bashing Creator into oblivion.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Creator, he needs to do even more damage. More importantly, to keep him busy, right? To keep his opponent busy, keep him pinned in the bases. As SKillous, so far, he just cannot leave. He cannot move out. He's down to 17 workers, down to 1 base economy. And Creator, he has enough of an economy to build up into disruptors.
He can do anything he wants. He gets a Warp Prism so he can be free to move out on the map. Creator is getting a Robotics Bay.
Yeah, he's getting the bait. That's going to be for disruptors. So we'll see if he can get there. For now, getting into the mineral line is going to chase down that stalker.
A disruptor is going to be so expensive. It doesn't have the economy to support disruptors right now.
He's getting there. I mean, he is going to be delaying any additional immortal production. So, like, there's no additional immortals on the way. He's waiting for that bait. Adepts, they shade in. They don't quite commit, but they're headed for the mineral line.
Creator does a great job keeping SKillous on this side of the map. Like we said, as soon as the pressure is done, SKillous is moving across and doing damage.
Yeah, exactly. And by the time he does, it's going to be disrupted. The disruptor is halfway done at this point. We can see SKillous, he is across the map with a warp prism, but alas, there are plenty of defenses back at home. The prism is deflected, the prism is denied, and the longer this goes on, the better it's going to be for Creator.
Didn't bring any units with the warp prism. Well, I was about to say, is it going to get caught in? And then I realized there's nothing to actually shoot it.
Sure.
It's perfectly safe. It is fine. None of these units can point up.
No, nothing shoots up, unfortunately, here, but Creator has built up a massive army. The Disruptor has arrived. He's built up to 3 Immortals, so he has an equivalent Immortal count to his opponent, and this is going to be a tough hold here for SKillous.
This guy does have a lot of sentries, though. That's going to be useful.
Up!
Oh, Disruptor! Snipes the Disruptor just the last second. The Nova doesn't get to explode, but he gets surrounded by the Immortals and the Adepts. This is not a good situation for SKillous to be in, so far away from the shield batteries as well. Using the Warp Prism to micro the Immortals and get them back to be charged. Still has the 4 Immortals. It's a pretty good number to have. But the Adepts are shading into the main base if they can get enough damage. No, they get blocked.
Yeah, nice control so far. The SKillous microing back those Immortals. Does focus down the Immortals here of Creator. Does barely keep them alive. Adepts are still holding their own though. And they focus on the Immortals. Down to 3 Immortals. They're barely standing. Oof.
They both are, the Immortals for both players are very low on health. But Creator just has so much extra units beyond those. Even if he loses the Immortals, can still go on. He still has that Disruptor.
Yeah, Nova goes off and the shield battery is going to fall. Again, really nice control here by SKillous microing those Immortals, but as you mentioned, it's all he has, right? It's all he has, just Immortals. He needs more support and he just doesn't quite have it. Oh, nice force field does knock him down. Another Immortal falls.
This is very intense. They're both controlling it really, really well. SKillous is about to lose this base, but Creator's, you know, still on one base as well, so it's not just the end of the game just yet.
He knocks down the expansion, but the Robo's on the low ground. The Robo is exposed, and SKillous, he cannot afford to lose that. Another Immortal goes down, and SKillous, he will lose that Robo.
Yeah, might be the winning blow here.
Yeah, SKillous is down to 1 Immortal, 2 Adepts, 1 Sentry, barely an army. He can force field the ramp. He has a shield battery on the high ground as well, but at this point, Creator, he can expand. If he wanted to, he can just take a nap.
Everything gets the power there. SKillous is supply blocked and doesn't have any production buildings. What he has is all he has. He can delay it with the force field, delay the push here, but over time, it's just going to lose. There we go. Creator, not going down without a fight. Ace match.
GG, well played, Creator. He does bounce back. He does put a point on the board. Very impressive display there with that all-in. Again, doing a great job here at just pulling SKillous apart. SKillous, he likewise had a really hard time keeping up with his opponent and keeping up with the drop play of Creator.
Very nicely done. And now we're going to Amygdala. Well, because I dabbed. Yeah, see? My dab worked.
Ah.
I've dabbed.
Let's go.
I've dabbed.
The power of the dab.
The power of the dab. The double dab. As we are waiting for SKillous. Did he restart or something?
I think so. So we are just getting ready.
Disappeared. Oh, there he is. Maybe relogged.
Good. But we are getting into the next game. I think it was looking at the replay, actually. I think it was looking at the replay of that last game. It's all good. As we are getting into game number 4, now we can start using our amygdala now.
Oh, well, while we still have the camera on, I'm going to show you. There is my amygdala. It's over here. See?
Ah. I forgot about that, plushie. Let's go.
Yeah, this is another thing. Keeping the puppet company. My brain. Hello, everyone. I still want bread.
He doesn't pay attention to me. Oh, no.
What? That's my brain's catchphrase. What? Because you never know what's going on. All right, everyone. Welcome to Amygdala, where we are all with wrinkly brains out here, or smooth brains. I forget which is the good one. Do we want the wrinkles or do we want the smooth?
You know,
which one is the better one?
you want the wrinkles. You want the wrinkles.
The wrinkles. You want the wrinkles. Okay, so we all wrinkly brains, blinky brains here. Speaking of blinky brains, in the southwest corner of the map, all the way from South Korea, are blue Protoss making a comeback in this series. Give it up for the creator.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the red Protoss player, the red Protoss himself, representing Team Liquid, still one game away from claiming the win here and becoming this week's champion. Onomas, one more is all he needs. It is SKillous.
I was about to cheer for an ace match, but then I remembered it's over SKillous' intro. It's a bit inappropriate to cheer for the player to lose in the game.
Yes, again, the pressure is still on Creator. SKillous needs one game to win it all. Creator, he needs the one game to force the ace match. And we've had a pretty intense series so far. In a sense, we've kind of had a late game in game 1, but we've had a lot of aggression in game 2 and game 3. Just one base all ins.
You know, I used to remember back in my day, PvP used to be like one of those matches that everyone hated, almost as much as TVT. Because they were always going long and they were always kind of the same. But I gotta say, in the recent meta, so far from what I've casted, and I've casted a lot of PvP in the past few weeks, in our tournament, it looks pretty dynamic. It looks pretty fun.
Yeah, 100%. I think it just gets a bad rap because of, I mentioned before, like quote unquote, like the European PvP kind of like set the stage for a while, especially in the European like EPT Pro Tour. We kind of caught a glimpse of it earlier with like Geralt and SKillous, like no rush 10 minutes, getting up to 4 bases sort of thing, and then getting into Blink Stalkers. Like that was the meta for a long time, for a while. But as you mentioned, you know, now it's more dynamic, now it's more aggressive. We appreciate it.
I mean, when was the last time you saw a Carrier or a Tempest?
It's
been a while.
A couple of months. Yeah, it's been a couple of months. I haven't seen it this map.
You saw Void Ray,
Yeah,
like a defensive Void Ray, but that's about it.
For sure. It was last map where Geralt, he was actually really fond of rushing into skipping Archons. He would skip Archons, he'd rush into Disruptors, and then rush into Skytoss. He was an animal in the last map pool.
Animal.
Yeah, 100%.
Talk about European Protoss. Used to be cool.
But now we're settling in. We have our natural bases being taken. This time there's no crazy one base all in. Both players are building up, but we do have differing openers. Creator opens up Blink, standard opener. We have SKillous instead skipping the Twilight Council, going for a faster Forge and a faster Robo. No Twilight Council.
Ooh. So we might see some Robo play here. Get some Immortals.
Yeah.
If he skips the Immortals, that gives SKillous a lot of beef in the army.
Yes, yes. So as you mentioned, skills, he will have a massive immortal lead as he's building up the immortal count really early on. This should hit with +1, and there are two ways to do this. He can either go for like a soul train where he moves out with like 3-4 immortals with like mass sentry, or he can go for a Twilight Council, and if we see a later Twilight Council into a Glaive Adept timing, that's also like a 2.5 base all in with like mass immortal Glaive Adepts.
But Creator does have the blink, which is the more, shall we say, versatile opening, right? It can be offensive, it can be defensive, it can react really well to things. It can be offensive in like, so okay, so you have immortals, but I have blink and I can just jump on top of them and kill them if I find the opportunity. If you don't control them perfectly, I can do that. I can catch your drops, I can catch your harassment, I can scout across the map. You know, blink is like the safer opening, I think, right?
Yeah, it is for sure. Like as you said, it gives you options, right? It gives you the potential to punish the defending player, right? Because SKillous' army is less mobile, so you can even just avoid the army. You can just like blink into the main base, right? Like pick up a pylon, pick up a couple of workers, recall the hell out of there, chip away at the army. There's a lot of potential here for Creator, but for now we're going to be settling in. Creator, he's moving out with his hallucinations. He's trying to get some scouting information, trying to figure out what's going on. There it is. Yep, it's going to be +1 immortal glaives. It's going to be an all-in.
Yes, the glaive orbital bombardment is on the way. Have charge for Creator. So I'm gonna go in a classic light beef wave. It's a lean wave, let's call it. It's like a beef wave, but without the immortals.
Yeah.
It's only stalkers and charge lots. But we've seen before how this strategy can also go, you know, not so much in your favor when you go up against very high-tech beefy units.
For sure. So the goal of the Adepts is that they are the beef, they are the buffer for the Immortals. The Immortals do all the damage, the Adepts, they stand in front of them and they actually do a great job tanking Stalker shots, specifically. And also, Glaive Adepts do a decent job at cleaning up Zealots as well. They can also try to shade, and they force the defending player to split up their army, because they have to chase the shade, otherwise they can get into Mineral Lines and they can wreak havoc.
The Immortals and Chargers are beef wave. The Immortals and Adepts are beef gravy, I think.
Okay.
That's like with the spicy glaives.
There you go.
That's some spicy glaives.
I agree. They would be spicy. Yes.
Get them hot ones.
Meanwhile, it's going to be on Creator to keep up with their shades. Again, he's building up Archons, Chargelets. Creator going for a much more standard, traditional composition. And here comes the push. Here comes the move out. Behind this, how many gateways? It's going to be a 9-gate, 3-base all-in. No gases at the third, only 1 gas at the natural base, and the Prism's moving out to reinforce.
It's a strange situation with a 3-base all-in.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very greedy all-in.
Yeah, I mean, there's no tech, right? Like, there's no Archons, there's no specifically Archons, no Chargelets, no Blink Stalkers. Like, it's an army composition that doesn't scale amazingly into a longer game, but that's a lot of Adepts.
Yeah, look at the shades. All the ghosts are chasing the Purusami. Look at this.
You want
the beef wave waves away. The Chargelets get to the Immortals. Good use of the War Prism, but SKillous' War Prism gets pushed back. It's kind of starting to lose some of these Immortals, but it still has a lot of them left.
Yeah,
and with the Adepts, there's still more beef in the army, more gravy.
Yeah, exactly. Creator, he did a great job of zoning away that Prism. He tried to reinforce, but the mass Adept just overwhelms. Like, the Adepts, they shut down the Zealots so fast and so quick. The Immortals, they focus on the Archons, and it looks like SKillous, he has too much. GG gets called. He breaks on through, and SKillous, he will take the series 3-1, becoming this week's Tuna Cup champion.
SKillous. GG!
GG, well played. SKillous, again, overwhelming. This is a powerful all-in. We saw Creator being proactive. He wanted to try to catch the army ahead of time, and we saw him dive on that Prism, but he barely didn't get it. And upon diving on the Prism, he exposed his Stalkers. Like, he exposed all of his Stalkers. The Stalkers, they were the first to go down for his army, and with that, the Immortals, they just wreaked havoc. It's a terrifying force that SKillous had to work with.
Yeah. And 4 immortals. Let's not forget. We were talking about the adepts, and they're very important. But 4 immortals. And the adepts were basically there to keep the immortals alive.
For the gravy.
And they did. They did.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
That was a great series. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
GG, well played. SKillous, he does overwhelm. Again, that is a terrifying build to go up against, and alas, did overwhelm Creator. Shout out to Creator though, because Creator, he made it all the way to the finals, made it all the way to the grand finals. Still a strong showing there from Creator. He had a really dominant showing against Ryung. Like the Ryung series was ended a little bit abruptly. Like we were hoping for a back and forth, but no, Creator, he was looking very solid in that series as well. Yeah.
Funny SKillous was Darren.
True. GG, well played, and congratulations here to SKillous. And again, SKillous claiming another win here. SKillous becoming a quick regular in our tournaments. Creator as well. And even though Creator doesn't take the win, this is the strongest result that Creator has had in quite some time, right? I think we spoke about it before, where we've seen Creator on the bracket, but we haven't been able to cast him for the past couple of weeks. But we got to see plenty of Creator this time.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Love Creator. I love casting him. Young as well, and SKillous starting to be one of my favorite players as well. He's proven himself to be so competent in these tournaments. Just eking out victories left and right. It's really nice to see.
Yeah, he's been really how should I say? I should say like his work ethic has been really solid over the past couple of months, because he plays in everything. Like he plays in all the open cups, including our open cups, of course. But it shows in his results, because I think for a very long time you would favor players like Beyond, players like Creator, players like Bunny over SKillous. But over the past, I want to say year, maybe just under a year of play, ever since EWC, like SKillous, he's been putting in the work. He's been improving steadily over time, but improving.
Yeah, and right now is like the favorite.
Yeah. for sure. And Nikita, he's a beast. I remember it was actually I want to say like maybe last month in a Tuna Cup, SKillous, he beat Creator this one time, and Creator, he asked him, he's like, how are you so good? And SKillous, he's like, just a lot of hard work. he's like, I just a lot of practice.
Yeah, I was hoping you had a secret. Oh no, I drink 2 cups of tea in the morning. yeah. It's like sitting there with a notepad. Okay, yeah.
It's like, so how much sugar? How much do you add to the tea? How much
sugar? Do you put the milk? No milk? Ginger? What do you add there?
Yeah. He's been on that grind.
No, it's hard work. It's the answer you don't want to hear, right? When you ask someone how did you get so good at what you do? Hard work. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to work hard to get there.
Yeah, I guess I hit that ladder. I guess.
I guess I hit that smoge.
True.
Get into smoge mode. I don't have a hood in it now. I can get into smoge mode.
Yeah, GG, well played. And with that, congratulations here to SKillous. Yo, shout out Diego in the chat. Oh my, Darkness, where have you been? But
I told you, all the Degens are waking up today.
True. Diego, good to see you in the chat. But yeah, with that, we are going to be wrapping up here. Again, thank you so much, Steel Mode, for joining me, for our weekly Sparkling Tuna Cup. And for those that are out there that maybe want to tune into some Steel Mode, is there a potential stream in the near future? Now that you've got your PC set up in a way, you have maybe.
Do I have to? Do I have lied on?
Maybe not a stream. Is there a potential return of the movie club?
Okay, here's where I am right now. I still need to install OBS on this computer.
Okay. Never mind.
And then migrate all the assets and see what works on this that didn't work over there, and all the accounts for the bots that I don't even remember. I need to where all my passwords for that? I don't even remember. Who can do all of this stuff? I can't even connect this computer to my my Dropbox because I maxed out on how many Dropbox accounts connections I can use right now. So I have to remove that computer and it's can I just like open up Factorio and just play instead?
It is.
I don't have to scream.
It does take like a full day dedicated to set up a PC, right? So like to make sure you download
More
everything.
than it already. This is past that first day. We are past that. This is the second day of setting up the PC.
No. Takes a lot of work. What I will say is, once it's set up, then you can forget about it for a couple of years until the next PC. But once it's set up,
and in 2 years you can find me on twitch.tv/stillmold for all my streams. And what about you, Light?
Light_VIP on Twitch. On Twitch, I stream sometimes. I haven't been able to stream for, I've been streaming some Final Fantasy, but haven't been able to ladder for quite some time. Just been busy casting. As I'm sure everyone watching knows, we do cast on a very regular basis here on the Cranky Ducklings every single day, multiple times a day. Speaking of, we have our next cast here on the Cranky Ducklings in 2 hours. In 2 hours time, we're going to be back. We're going to be live with the StarCraft Evolution League King of the Hill. If you've been enjoying some StarCraft Evolution, it's a bit of a different format, but it's very refreshing. It's a lot of fun, very nostalgic as well, very boomer, if you will. And that's going to be in 2 hours. We got you.
Wait, Evolution is the Brood War thing, right?
Yeah, the Brood War mode. Yeah.
Okay, I have no idea how to cast that.
It's fine.
You think I remember the units from the first StarCraft?
Oh god. Have you tuned into any of it? Like, have you seen glimpses of?
Yeah, I've watched it every now and again, but it's too difficult for me to keep up.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean,
I don't have the attention span.
Yeah. It definitely has a bit of a learning curve. But at least I'm sure you have. It'll spark some memories in your mind. You're like, oh yeah, I remember the Queen is a flying unit. Like it's in the air. It's crazy.
Do I need to bring out my brain? Do you think this thing sparks memories?
No, not anymore.
This is literally my brain.
Never mind.
Not a metaphor.
But yes, if you want some more StarCraft action. We are live in 2 hours. We also have Woody TV Monday tomorrow. We have Pickasaur Monday on Tuesday. We have the Yankee show matches on Tuesday and plenty of content throughout the week, so do tune in. Again, follow SteelMold on his channel. He probably won't stream for a couple of years, but when he does stream, you'll be notified. You'll know.
So, yeah, talking about the DJ and RJ Skater is here.
True.
They're all coming out today.
Good to see you, AJ Skater. Good to see you. So yes, you can follow us there for some more Cranky Ducklings. As SteelMold mentioned before, if you want to watch the VODs, VODs are no longer being supported here on Twitch, so VODs are on YouTube! YouTube in the chat to get a link to our YouTube channel. VODs are uploaded on a daily basis. There's plenty of content, plenty of VODs on YouTube. We just recently hit 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we actually, I think like at the start of the year, we reached 1 million views on YouTube as well. So YouTube is the place to be. That's where all the VODs are. Do check it out.
Yes, indeed. And that's it from us, right?
Yeah. With that, I guess if you want to tune into more Sparkling Tuna Cup next week, it's a weekly tournament. Every single week we have the Sparkling Tuna Cup. I guess very quickly, Patreon is the place to be to support this tournament, to help support the event, to support the players as well. 100% of the money goes towards the players, goes towards the prize pool, so you can support the players and StarCraft through Patreon if you wish.
Get us to 500. That's our next goal.
Exactly.
$500 a month.
Exactly. And fun.
We can do it.
Yes, we're almost there. Thank you so much to all our patrons. Otherwise, thank you for watching. The stream is going to go down, but if you wish, you can just leave the channel open, because in 2 hours we'll be back anyway.
I'll be back. Well, he'll be back.
He'll be back.
I'm going to take a nap.
No. Let's go.
It's my nap time. Where is this? The daylight savings time, always changing the times. They said I had more time for lunch today at least, but it's now I don't have any time for taking naps nowadays. It's tough life out here.
with that, as we wrap up, CMO, do you have anything you want to say before we head off for the night? Before we head off for the evening?
I can do Void Ray ASMR.
Oh. Okay. We had some Void Rays, true.
It's an outro.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for the support. We'll see you guys in 2 hours. See you guys later on tonight or tomorrow for some more StarCraft. Until then, thanks for watching. Hasta luego. God.